we're out the door. Leave your message here on the telephone, 'cause we've no idea when we're coming home. Any place we wander to, any season we go through, I'll be fine as long as I'm with you. Heaven knows, running round the world with you. When you smile, I smile too. How I ever made it without you. Heaven knows, heaven knows. I feel the weather changing, better get out soon. Don't let go of my hand, no matter what you do. Well, I'm here for you, through the thick and thin. We're on a winding road that never ends. Any place we wander to, any season we go through, I'll be fine as long as I'm with you. Heaven knows, heaven knows. Running round the world with you. When you smile, I smile too. How I ever made it without you. Heaven knows, heaven knows.
Lisa, were you saying communion to me talking about eating Colby's face? Because if so, that's very funny and I love
What
it.
are your elements today?
Colby's face.
Hi, sorry, I'm bumping
Hi.
into you. Barely
We're in a
fit
different space and I'm all thrown off. I keep looking that way, which I'm terrible at looking in the right place anyway. And then we change up our place and now I'm like, where do I look? I look there, but it's
If you
confusing.
recall.
Because if you could see me, the thing that it feels like I should look at is over
I
here.
know.
So if I keep going like this all morning long, that's why.
This is probably too much information, but right
Problematic.
before
Oh,
I came
no.
through, and yes, my mic is just going to sound like it's a bit echoey reverb because I'll be singing today. So sorry, I couldn't figure out in the time we had this morning to change everything to figure out how to make that not be the case necessarily. Anyway, as I was walking through, I did a quick readjustment of the hairs, which, has a bit of product in it, but then I didn't wash my hands. So now my hands are kind of sticky from product. And
That's not the TMI I was expecting. That's fine.
That's
Hair
just,
product.
That's just I.
Hair product.
What was the ironic
See, I made it
quotes?
gross by putting quotes
Oh,
on it.
Okay.
You just got a giant
Hey,
iced coffee. That's not fair.
How good
I
does
want
this
that.
look? This is
Oh, that's your mushroom drink.
this is the
not iced coffee.
Chagachino. Well, it's
not.
iced coffee with chagachino and barista oat milk. It's my new obsession.
Oh, good, Shane. Y'all are my favorite. Did you know that I can be in the worst mood ever, and then I
good.
hop on
Good,
here,
good. Thanks, Shane.
and then I hop on here, and y'all just start commenting, and immediately my mood just goes.
Can confirm. I watched this happen to her.
Y'all are the best, especially after a week like this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Can we all just sit for a second and say, Can we? Yes? This is what we do here. So, hi. Hi.
Welcome to Sojourn Grace.
Let's lift each other up
Forgot to share on Facebook.
and scream at the same time. Okay? I didn't scream it because it'd be really loud and there's children often. And I didn't want to scream that because that would be really off-putting. Anyway. Love you all. So glad you're here.
Cheer.
We can dance and curse and sing and pray and all of the things. Because as mentioned earlier by beloved Cameron, it all belongs. We have Coach Yeamah here today.
Oh my gosh, we're our guest speaker for our Pride series. I'm so excited.
Literally my favorite human. Is here
Also
today.
can confirm.
Yes, also can confirm. And are we talking about bisexuality today?
Yeah.
It's bisexuality
Yeah.
day. personal biased favorite. Very excited about this. Anyway, glad y'all here. And what else did we want to say before we get started with other things? Oh, we're in our garage, just Colby and I, because life is still weird. Some COVID-y things, some travel things, some other gig things. Anyway, we're here. Sometimes we do this.
So we will probably have a podcat or two that will make their way out here.
Oh, our cats, yeah. They come out because our littlest cat, he's not little anymore, but he's still my baby.
Our youngest.
He opens doors, so he comes out, and then when he does that, he lets the other animals who don't know how to open doors, they follow him. They're like, oh, thanks, Gilbert. And then we have animals running all over, and sometimes they knock stuff over. So if you see us stop in the middle and go, it's because a cat knocked something over.
Well, I won't be doing that, but you might. I'm excited for this morning. We got some good songs.
Mean.
We got Yeamah. We're gonna do our collective conversation. Kate's gonna lead us in meditation. It's gonna be lovely.
Cameron, you're my favorite. Sorry, didn't mean to call you out. I love you. That is really funny. Okay, is that it?
Yeah.
You guys, we're so awkward. This is just how this goes. If you've never been to Verge Church before, this is what we do. This is what we do. We're here. Would you like to go to the next screen and lead us in a song? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, if you go to the scene that says Colby Sing.
What is this first song that we're doing?
Great is thy faithfulness.
We're doing Great is Thy Faithfulness. So I wanted to say, you may not feel these words at all this morning. And the great thing about our It All Belongs culture is that some people will, some people won't. And when a song happens where you're not feeling the words, one of my favorite practices is an old song like this, like just I'm not a music person, help me out. The non-words part of the music. The melody and like just the sounds themselves are soothing to me because of, yes, nostalgia, but also just because music, right? So I just sink into that. Also, Great is Thy Faithfulness. The other words in the song, can't really do them, right? Like just Lord alone is like, for me personally. And then we have other folks here at Sojo that it is deeply meaningful. So we're gonna lean into remembering that other folks are really going to get a lot out of those words for myself. And then I share this for those of you who are like me and can't do those words. Just those simple, great is thy faithfulness. For me, I'm able to just cling to those because there is a faithfulness, which we're going to meditate on later too, deeper meaning in that. But there is a faithfulness to love itself. It is always here. It is always here. In the darkest of times, it is the thing that can never, ever be taken from us. And so great is thy faithfulness this morning.
Thanks, babe. You're an excellent worship leader.
Thank you. Now get me off screen. What do I do?
Go to the scene that says Colby Sing, right underneath Wide Shot. And then you got your lyrics over there to control. I'm not sure what song it's on. I think it's on the first one, very top there. All right. Great is thy faithfulness, O God, our mother. There is no shadow of turning with thee. Thou changest not, thy compassions they fail not. As thou hast been, thou forever will be. Great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. And all I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. Summer and winter and springtime and harvest, sun, moon, and stars in their courses above, join with all nature in manifold witness to thy great faithfulness, mercy, and love. Great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see, and all I have needed thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. Pardon for our sins, and a peace that endureth. Thine own dear presence, would you cheer us and guide? We need strength for today, we need hope for tomorrow. Blessings all mine with 10,000 beside. Great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see, and all I have needed thy hands have provided. Great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto thee.
Love you all. This next song that we're going to sing together, Cole introduced to us for the first time last week, right?
Yeah.
It was the first time?
Yeah.
And I didn't know he was doing it, and I hadn't heard it, and him and Karen sang it together. And I was sitting in the background at the other Verge Church space, and I was running the lyrics, and didn't know the song, never heard the song, didn't know we were doing it. And so I'm like seeing the lyrics coming as they're singing it, and I just feel myself just falling all the way apart, just sobbing. And I told, actually I did not wait till later. I was gonna say I told you later, but I actually said right there in the middle of the service, off camera, yelling, that got me. And it got me for a lot of reasons, and I want to share those with you as we lead into this song, because I want this to get us this morning. The whole song is basically the Beatitudes, right? It's like, blessed are you. Mm-hmm. And there's not much about any sort of Christian faith or Bible or Jesus-y that gets me anymore. Kind of over it. But this idea that, like, no, it's the ones that have been forsaken. It's them. The kingdom is in them. That will never lose me. Like, it just won't. And in fact, it will wreck me every time. Every time. And last week when we did this song for the first time, these lyrics came up that said, hope comes from our God. Okay, old idea that I don't really get anymore. But then it says, keep your eyes on them. And I lost it. Because for years, I have flipped this patriarchal God in my mind, in my heart, in my soul, in my body, and I have found ways to call her she, and I've called her feminine, and that has been so meaningful and life-changing, and you know, I don't need to say more about that. But something happened in me when Kolb sang, hope comes from our God, keep your eyes on them, that was the next level of healing. And and I can't even put words to it of what it did to believe in a them God. And then later, this part was later, I was telling Colby like more about how meaningful that was for me and how I still can't even describe it. And I was kind of sharing this, like, I can't believe someone wrote this Christian song with calling God them, they them pronouns for God. And Colby's like, yeah, I changed that part. Of course someone didn't write a Christian song and put they them pronouns in there. Colby did. And I was like, okay, that's disappointing, but also thank you. Like, thank you for giving me that gift. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. And as we sing this song, I hope that it's the ones that have been forgotten. It's they and them. And that is God. And it's the kingdom.
And blessed are the ones who do not bury all the broken pieces of their heart. And blessed are the tears of all the weary, pouring like a sky of falling stars. And blessed are the wounded ones in mourning, brave enough to show the Lord their scars. Blessed are the hurts that are not hidden, open to the healing touch of God. The kingdom is yours. The kingdom is yours. Hold on a little more. This is not the end. Hope comes from our God. Keep your eyes on them. Blessed are the ones who walk in kindness, even in the face of great abuse. Blessed are the deeds that go unnoticed, serving with unguarded gratitude. Blessed are the ones who Blessed are the ones who fight for justice, longing for the coming day of peace. Blessed is the soul that thirsts for righteousness, welcoming the last, the lost, the least. The kingdom is yours. The kingdom is yours. Hold on a little more. This is not the end. Hope comes from our God. Keep your eyes on them. The kingdom is yours. The kingdom is yours. Hold on a little more. This is not the end. Hope comes from our God. Keep your eyes on them. Blessed are the ones who suffer violence and still have strength to love their enemies. Blessed is the faith of those who persevere. Though they fall, they'll never know defeat, for the kingdom is yours. The kingdom is yours. Hold on a little more, this is not the end. Hope comes from our God, keep your eyes on them. The kingdom is yours. The kingdom is yours. Hold on a little more, this is not the end. Hope comes from our God, keep your eyes on them. Hold on a little more, this is not the end. Hope comes from our God, keep your eyes on them.
Oh, jeez, you're doing
No,
something
yeah,
so
I'm just gonna
confusing.
turn off my or attempt to turn it off just for a second.
That makes sense. Hi. This is the part of our service where we just want to sit and chat with you. Normally, we have our Karen's box of card.
I like that the sentence came out, our Karen's box. Just our Karen. We miss our Karen. I know, I liked it.
But we don't have that this morning, and then we were going live, and we were like, oh, oops, collective conversation. Oh well, no box of
We'll
cards.
collectively converse.
So, hey, one of you all want to throw up a prompt?
That's a fun idea.
Yeah.
Um,
Throw up a prompt, and in the meantime.
Can I share the line that got me in this song originally, which is part of why I loved it and brought it to Sojo a couple weeks ago, and then
I have it.
then it knocked me out this morning as well.
Are you gonna pull that, Karen? I think she's like, I have it. She's gonna pull it.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, my mic.
Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you. Thank you, Ben. Okay, you're right. Kate's mic was not on.
Hard to hear.
Okay. But the line in the fourth verse, "Blessed are the ones who fight for justice, longing for the coming day of peace," and that got me in the feels like 6 weeks ago when I first heard this song, because I personally identified with it and where I was at in my life, and then it just knocked me out this morning because, and I shared this a bit on my Instagram, my newsletter the other day, on Friday when the Supreme Court thing happened. One of the people that I just found myself so sad for are all those who gave their life to the cause of reproductive justice and women's rights, and have it manifest in a Supreme Court ruling that gives a federal protection, and then to have that like undone,
Devastating.
Just devastating. I can't even really imagine the feels wrapped up in giving your life to something and then having it undone. And so I just know that that's just a fraction of the things that people have been feeling on Friday. But that knocked me out again this morning. Blessed are the ones who fight for justice, longing for the coming day of peace, or longing again, once again, for the day of peace. Blessed is the soul that thirsts for righteousness, welcoming the last, the lost, the least. Anyway.
I like the one you pulled, Karen. You can send your backup ones too, because we'll do more than one as well. An item I've been holding on to for too long.
Oh, I like that. We'll attempt to add that to our...
Cool. I can just keep adding her comment. Oh, I love it.
What is it?
An item I've been holding on to for too long. I like that it's an excited Anne item. I've been I've been holding on to it. I've been holding on to it for too long. Sorry, weirdos. Share in the comments what you been holding on to for too long. Everything in this GD garage.
There's a pile. That pile.
Truth, right?
Just,
yes.
that pile's got a future, and it's not. Well, it probably is there. It's been its future for 6 months, but it's got a better future that it's going to go away. Maybe I would have said, like a year ago, I would have said my collection of basketball cards. Like, I loved collecting basketball cards. But then there's been a renaissance of interest and there's been a renaissance in sports cards the last couple of years. So now I have a bunch of Michael Jordan cards, some that are worth like multiple hundreds of dollars. So I'm kind of glad that I've helped, although I don't know what to do with them. Like, okay, cool, I have these cards. Now what do I do?
Yeah, okay, yes, I get you. And thanks for sharing. And that brings up something for me. I want to know if anyone else is like this. I have this horrible trait where I get rid of stuff that actually is really important to me and that I want to have forever, and then you should see this pile we're talking about. This pile is junk, and there's so much of it, and it's just sitting here forever, months and months and months. Meanwhile, I had this huge pile of comic books that I loved so much, and I got rid of. And I'm obsessed with comic books, and I'm so mad. Why did I get rid of those? I want them back, like your basketball cards. But I was like, I don't need to be into comic books. Why don't I need to be into comic books? If you know me, I love comic books. And now I've, realized that it's okay to be a grown-ass woman and love comic books. So I go around to comic book stores and find the ones I love and fill baskets in my home with them. But, I had a bunch more.
Bummer.
Now they're gone. But I've got this pile of junk in my garage. Does anybody else do this? You get rid of the stuff that does matter and then hold on to junk?
So, I like that. Like a would you rather. Would you rather be a person who holds on to way too much crap and then just is a hoarder with why do we have all this? Or would you rather be a person who doesn't hoard but then later regrets the getting rid of? That's interesting. I think I still might choose your path.
Rachel's like, I've got the Pokemon cards. Nice.
Oh, yeah. That would be a tough one.
Switching back to the other topic for a minute. I
Permission
love
to
that
make these comments a little bigger?
Sure.
Yeah. On the screen, it's a bit...
Will they continue to every time we put them up?
Yeah.
Or you're going to do that
Yeah.
every
No.
time?
You change one. I believe you change one, you change...
We're going to find out right
Change
now.
them all. Pokemon. Gotta change them all.
Right now, we're going to find out. Yeah.
Boom.
Right?
Oh, thanks,
Hang
Meg.
on to those forever.
Uh-huh. They'll get donated eventually. That's what a big part of this pile is right over here. They'll get donated eventually.
Oh, that's so sad. See, I do that. I toss things like that that I'm like, why? That's cool and meaningful. Why did I get rid of that? Ugh.
We went to the same middle school and high school, so we share yearbooks.
1983 Atari game system?
Yeah.
No! Don't
That is
ever
not
get rid of it.
what you've
If
been
you do,
holding on to
give it
for
to
so
me.
long.
I wish I had mine so bad. Oh, I love this answer.
Or the little
Feel
spinny
you.
thing.
I feel you. I feel you.
Regret. Yes, holding on to regret for too long. Good answer, Summer.
I don't know what that was in reference to, but yes, it just still makes me laugh. Ooh, baseball cards.
I think it's the sadness of getting rid of a thing you wish you held on to. That is how hoarding is justified forever. Oh, so you have baseball
another
cards,
serious
Lord.
one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I love this. You people are awesome.
Oh, Cameron's speaking German to Olaf. Guten Morgen, Olaf. Schon dich heute hier zu sehen?
Same, Mark. Same.
No, wait, I'll hold on to that. Second thought, that might come in handy later on.
Y'all are hilarious.
I've been holding on for too long.
Oh, yeah. You put the comment saying that your heart was breaking for us, and I meant to address that. Did I? forget. I meant to say thank you. It's been really meaningful for me to see all of our folks from all over the world reaching out and lamenting with us in the U.S. That kind of solidarity and community is beautiful, and I'm just thankful for y'all.
And they've got to just be thinking, what is going on in that country?
You're funny, Karen.
What's wrong with you all?
Yeah, y'all.
You know, Anne says I move too much to hold on to anything.
Yeah, worth so much. Pokemon cards are worth so much.
Yeah.
Telling you, don't get rid of those.
Yeah, we went to comics and stuff yesterday because you were in search of some comics, and I was looking at some of the display case of the in stuff section, which were a lot of Pokemon cards and other cards, and I just my mind was blown at how much Pokemon cards.
Even when there's pointing down, I still point in the wrong direction.
You know what often helps for me in those moments? Just do a big sweeping gesture. That way you cover like almost the entire screen, and you're guaranteed at some point guilt.
Oh my god.
My children's schoolwork.
This makes me crazy. I still have stuff from my childhood. And I'm like,
bins of
why?
that.
Why? Why? I don't need this
A
book.
digital hoarder. Ben, that's a great take. Just the terabytes of files that. Although I wish I had some of the digital files from my college days. I'm curious now, like, what did I write those papers on? What did I say back then?
You are?
No. As I said it, I'm like, I don't really care.
I found some of your old college defending hell and heaven
And then I wrote a college and seminary being like, we should take the word hell out of the Bible. This makes no sense that it's in there. It's just confusing people.
Yeah. 100% that. Karen, you got another question for us?
I've got one.
Colby does. Do I approve it? I'll throw it if I don't like it. Oh, I can't because you're typing.
I'm typing it up there. Okay.
He's giving me no choice.
Rank what is worse. Bad smell.
Oh
bad
my
taste.
god. But this got us in a fight.
I know, we're going to redeem it. Something bad to see. Okay, so give us your 1, 2, and...
Karen's like, I sent you some. Duh.
Give us your 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so the context to this. Should we tell them the context to this question?
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
Because I actually really
trying
need
to
to
set you
vent
up.
this. I can get through this. Okay, I don't know if you've ever had this happen. If you haven't, oh lordy.
Blessed are the ones who've never.
Oh, also, Kate, you know you try to pick physical things, but I'm going to challenge myself. Pick clothes that don't fit anymore. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Katie. All the international love. We love y'all. Bad smells give me migraines. Yes. Okay. So Alexa, you'll feel this story in your bones, and I hope it doesn't like virtually give you a migraine. So yesterday we just started noticing that our house smelled awful. Like the house just smelled terrible. And we did notice that if we walked by the fridge, it was worse. So we were like able to locate. You know, sometimes you can't even tell where it's coming from. We were able to locate.
Every time the fridge door closed, a new waft of odor.
Oh, so bad. So we're just like pulling stuff out of our fridge. I'm like, no, not that. And I'm like opening things and putting my nose right in it because I'm dumb, which ends up killing me later. So we finally give up. We can't find anything in our fridge. We're like, God, guess our house just smells bad forever. Again, dumb.
Located in the fridge, but not.
Later, I'm like, oh no, this is so bad. This is driving me crazy. There's something in here. Finally, I'm like, oh, way in the back of the fridge, there's this. So our family, you gotta know, we eat tacos 6 out of 7 nights. I don't think that's exaggerating, actually. We eat tacos all the time, and we always use my kids are obsessed with black beans. They don't want refried beans. I think refried beans are way better, but my kids are obsessed with black beans. They love black beans. And not only do we eat tacos 6 out of 7 nights a week, on top of that, our kids make themselves like bean and cheese burritos for lunch during the day. And so they basically just like repeat that at night with adding some meat. Weirdos. This is all they eat. So they eat a lot of black beans. And so then like they won't, because they're making them for themselves, they won't use them all. So we'll put the leftovers in the fridge and then someone will use that again. So anyway, this is a long, stupid story. The point is, there was a container of black beans in the back of our fridge. And I pull it out, and like, it's surely not these, because this is why it's relevant how often. Because I was
Always
thinking,
have beans in the
surely
fridge.
it's not the beans we always, like, use, and so we're circulating, and so there's no way beans have gone bad.
And
There's
it was
no
in one of
possible
those
way.
sealed Tupperware things. Like the lid was like whoosh,
so airtight sealed. That's how bad it was. So I open it and do the dumb thing. I put my nose right in it.
Got all
You
up
guys,
in it.
the bad smell was the beans, and it was the worst thing. We feel like it smelled like a rotting corpse that had poop on top of it.
Why did you say that?
Because it did. That is what it smelled like. That's what it smelled like. I go running out of the house with the container.
Just filled the whole house.
The whole house, because I'd opened it, so I let it out even worse. It already was feeling, yes, black beans become Satan. Oh. Absolutely Satan. I go running out of the house with it, like, get this out. Yeah. And I just dumped the whole thing in the garbage can. I'm so sorry, but had to get rid of it. And then I come back in and everybody's just doubled over, like holding themselves, crying. I'm screaming, light the incense, get out the red wine. Colby, open the red wine. I just start lighting incense all over our house. And it is freaking hot, so we couldn't open windows. Yeah. It was 97 degrees. Anyway.
1 degree shy of a boyfriend.
Yeah, beans, they go bad, and boy, do they. It was so bad. So bad.
It was
yeah,
really
you switched what we were ranking. You switched it to bad taste, bad to see. You did bad to hear yesterday when you.
You're right. I was trying to just be like, what would you rather sort of thing. What's the worst?
Everyone's answering around telling my long ass.
No, it's great. Now, yeah, you're welcome, Melissa. These are the things you hear at our version of church. So let's see what
Sorry
some of the.
About who I am inside. I really apologize.
Let's see what some of the folks say. And Susan did say, bad to hear. Yeah, it's true. Bad sounds would fit in this category or this ranking as well.
Burn the whole fridge. Burn it down. Burn the whole house down.
Sometimes you got to get beans, Jazz, but not anymore. Not for a while. We need a break from beans.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to serve my kids black beans again. Ever.
All right, so scroll up. What did people say?
Yeah. I mean, people are ranking. Bad to see is number 1. Bad to taste is number 2.
Jazz, that was me. I also thought bad visual was the worst. I wouldn't be able to get it out of my brain, you know?
I gave my ranking, but I just wasn't thinking about it. Are we joking about that yet? No.
No, I'm fine joking about it.
It caused a fight. Yes. Y'all smell, all caps, yes.
Katie Cook.
Smell is
worst.
Worst. Yeah. It is the worst. And do you all have the thing where it burns in your brain? Like it's just stuck there in your nostrils? Like you just you need to cleanse yourself of all unrighteousness? Like something's got to happen. Something's got to give. I wanted to stick the incense up my nostrils. Yeah, I screamed at Colby to open red wine because for me, instantly I went to red wine because that every time I go like this in the glass, the smell kind of travels all the way, so I figured it would burn it out, and I could also get a little buzzed.
Take me out of this realm of consciousness.
Right? I'm same, yes, and I'm that person who's smell this, it's awful, and I want you to stick your nose in it. No one wants to smell what's awful.
When we had babies and you weren't quite sure if their diapers need change, you would
I would be the stick my fingers in
or butt right on face where you can really...
Is it bad? Why? This is so dumb. So dumb.
Oh, our poor guest speaker. She's got to come onto this.
Okay, so yeah, it gets burned in your brain. You just smell poop everywhere for the first 2 years of Fayettle's life. Yes, it's just stuck. Yes, stuck in your nostrils. Anyway. Sound, though, for me is the worst. Are you saying that too? Oh, yes, Jazz is in reality, it would be sound then. Yes. Same. Anyway, I'm glad we could have this
that was a great conversation. I'm really proud of all of us.
Conversation. I'm so sorry that I am the worst. All right.
Let's transition to a...
Yeah, we're gonna... You guys, collective conversation is hilarious because we often will, sandwich it between really serious, somber moments.
Oh.
I'm sorry, we just got a scary alert.
It's not filling up... All right, so... Ecamm hard drive... Ben, speaking of hard drive, my hard drive just filled up, so the recording's not going to take, but I want to make sure Yeamah gets recorded. So I need to stop and think really quick.
Yeah, we can't not have the podcast of Yeamah. I mean, it will at least be on the internet, right?
Yes, and then I can extract it from YouTube from there, I think.
Because no matter what, it'll be on YouTube.
Yeah. Biscuits.
Sorry, love.
I wonder if I clear hard drive space as we're doing this, if it will re-record. I don't actually know the answer to that. Oh well. I did just delete trash bin. What I'm curious about though is if I, you know what I mean, if we'll eCam resume recording.
For the sake of our folks who are hanging out here
Yeah,
today,
yeah.
do you think we could just rely on the YouTube?
Yeah.
What's horse hockey?
Oh, horse hockey. That's one of my posts on Facebook this week generated somebody who didn't really like what I had to say about progressive Christianity, and his opening line was horse hockey. Progressive Christianity leads people straight to hell.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
And I'm like, hello, sir. First, can I start with horse hockey? That's an amazing statement of exasperation. Can I borrow that? I'm like, that's all we need to address how fantastic. I usually say good gravy, but now maybe
now
horse
it's gonna be
hockey.
horse hockey. Yeah, I'm gonna borrow that too. It's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. I especially love borrowing phrases like that from people who are trying to attack you. It's the best way. It's so subversive.
They're
I love it.
adorable.
He
Okay.
said biscuits, so I was practicing the
Oh, I did?
exclamations.
Yes.
Oh, you said biscuits.
Sounds like a thing I would-
Horse
I
hockey.
did.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah, so you were saying we transition this,
Oh,
or
yes.
we
always
sandwich,
sandwich
we
the
juxtapose
absurd death beans stories with
something heartfelt, meaningful.
yeah. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go
'Cause it
into-
all
so
belongs.
will I click on this scene for that then?
Click on the Colby Sing, and then
And
when
then
you're
go to that one
ready,
already? Okay.
yeah.
So we're gonna do some meditation and song this morning. So Colb's gonna again lead us in song, and oh, we never talked about how. So how about you do verse 1,
Mhm.
and then I'll lead us in meditation, and then you can finish this out.
I love
Does
it.
that sound good? Okay, so this morning we're just gonna take some time to ground. It's one of the reasons why we come together every week, especially when our week has just been horse hockey. It's just good to be together and to breathe and to remember what is true. So as we meditate, that is my version of prayer. So we're going to pray together this morning. And so I just invite you to join, to also move to a space of comfort. If you can physically do that with your body during this time, get as cozy as possible. But whatever you're doing, if you're running around your house cleaning, we're just going to meditate on what is true. Join us, please.
And beautiful love, with arms of a mother, holding her daughter, guiding her son. Beautiful love, the strength of a woman, birthing her children, bearing their pain. Every breath that you breathe, every song that you sing, strong and gentle, wild and controlled, and every move makes a sound, and every tear feeds the ground. Strong and gentle, beautiful love.
When everything is falling apart, when we have every reason to fear, when we are actually walking through the valley of the shadow of death, evil staring us in the face, when we are at a loss, powerless, all out of hope. It is in these dark caverns when we can see most clearly that which is actually unshakable, all that can never be taken from us. This morning, hand to your heart, hand on your belly, feet planted firmly to the ground beneath you, connected to your breath, connected to your source, to the ground of your being. I want you this morning to let that power rise all the way to your awareness. Let's become this morning so fully aware, fully awake this morning to our power. We walk around most of the time completely asleep to it because for decades it has been repressed, suppressed, demeaned and belittled, shoved down. So let it rise this morning. That which can never be taken from you, the core of who you are. They cannot take that. Deep breath in. The love that lives inside of you in every moment, they cannot take that. Deep breath in. The very essence of who you are, they cannot take that. Deep breath in. Name it this morning, loves, that which cannot be taken from you. Stand so tall in it. This is our power. They cannot write laws that take this from us. Our humanity, our dignity, we demand it. They cannot take that. Deep breath in. They cannot take that. This beautiful love that lives in you, they cannot take that. They cannot take that.
And beautiful love, with eyes full of comforts and hands that have nurtured. Your house is our home. And beautiful love, dressed in all wisdom, all God and all human, all light and all love, and every breath that you breathe, and every song that you sing, strong and gentle, wild and controlled, and every move makes the sound, and every tear feeds the ground, strong and gentle, beautiful love. And beautiful love, with arms of a mother, holding her daughter, guiding her son. And beautiful love, the strength of a woman, birthing her children and bearing their pain.
Thank you for being with us this morning.
Yeah.
We are going to, I'm going to do that.
Yep, do that.
And then I'll let you do what's next. box.
Perfect.
So many buttons, y'all.
Great.
It's Coach Yeamah time.
Yeah. Do you want to bring her on and say hi?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, hi.
It worked.
Yay!
I'm always happy when the tech works. Yay! Hi, Coach.
Hello, everybody. Hey,
I'm so
Kate,
glad
that
you
was a
could be
beautiful
here.
song, Kobe. You guys are awesome.
Love you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for being here. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Every day, Coach walks us through these messages that we were told that are bullshit about God and about Christianity and about faith and about who we are as people. And she's been here before and left us with mantras that we have just infused into all of our services. Like, you have no idea how often at Sojo we say you were made to
You
feel
were made
good.
to feel good.
We say it constantly, and we're always like, Coach! Because
I love that.
you stay with us forever. So everybody is excited to see you. So with no further ado, we are gonna make it
Go to the next
this
scene, and it's all
so that
you.
it's all you. Love you, Coach.
Yay. All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me to come and speak on the gifts of being bisexual and what I love about bisexuality. If you are new to me, again, I am Coach Yeamah, and what I do is I help I'll take these off. I help LGBTQ IA people heal shame, fear, and doubt so that they can feel confident in their relationship with God. So for me, growing up, I discovered, so a bit of my history, that I was bi at 13. And I told my older sister, I asked her a question, whether it was okay to have a crush on this guy that I had a crush on for a really long time, and also this girl, and she told me no. And so at the age of 13, I just believed her. I said, oh, well, if you can't like both, then that must be it. Got to 19, met a young woman and fell in love, but I also still liked men. And so the process of me owning my bisexuality has been long. I'm in my late 30s right now. And I have to say, in the beginning of discovering my bisexuality, it's not anything that I loved communicating. It was something that I loved being a part of because it felt like I could kind of not straddle the fence like people like to accuse us of, but I could be in all of the world. So I could be part of the straight conversations, and I could be part of the queer conversations. And right now, I identify myself not specifically all the time as bisexual, but as queer, especially now with TikTok being out and being the exposure to all these different genders. And so I've been kind of playing around with pan sexuality a little bit as well. But for me, growing up, it wasn't something that was very comfortable communicating, even within the LGBTQIA community, right? Because there is the bi erasure that we face, and the sentiment from that community of people who are lesbian fully or gay fully, that think that bisexuality is a phase that you're going through. And it's true, many people do use the term bisexual as kind of a soft landing into being lesbian or communicating that they're gay. And for me, I also had that sentiment pointed towards me, that maybe this was maybe just a phase. And personally, I went through those thoughts as well. And people who are bi, maybe this will resonate with you, where you're also yourself thinking, is this a phase? Do I really like women all the way? And I'm just saying that I like men so that the stigma isn't as strong, and I'm not forced to be identifying with the community and all of the stigma and the pain right away, that I can kind of softly transition myself into it. And what I have found out is that, yes, definitely, I'm most definitely bisexual. Okay. And I own that and love that now. And the process of me getting to this place of loving it has taken conversations with God and discovering of myself if you are familiar or not familiar with my story, the reason that I'm even out doing the work that I do now with the queer community is because God called me out and asked me when was I going to be comfortable coming out, that my ability to love both men, people who identify as men and have penises, and women who identify as women and have vulvas. My ability to do that was my superpower, and God was the one that said, when are you going to accept this part of you? And so as I've grown in the acceptance of myself, in conversation, not only experiencing and expressing my sexuality, but communicating that to other people. And as a bisexual person, in both spaces, in the church where people can tend not to believe you, that you're just going through a phase, and in the space with queer people where there's not trust, that can happen because people feel like you're not really picking a side, right? You can feel as a bisexual person, especially someone like myself who is more feminine presenting, people can feel like you're not trustworthy because if you end up in a relationship with a woman, there cannot be trust there, because there can be this feeling that you're going to just take the easy route out and go live straight, and you can but you can pass as a straight person. And so in both communities, I've gotten more skillful in communicating my bisexuality and more confident in that. In the church, I mean, it is what it is. You know what they're going through, so I really don't care. But with the with the queer community, communicating that with partners who are female and have a fear, really taking that time to really explain how I interact with my sexuality, especially when it comes to understanding that being bisexual doesn't mean that you're 50-50. And it also doesn't mean that you're 50-50, I'm romantically and sexually attracted to this, and at the same time, romantically and sexually attracted to this gender or this energy, that it fluctuates and it looks different for every person. So getting a chance to really allow myself the space to communicate where I am at that time. Because one of the beauties and the gifts, and can be seen as not so much of a gift, of being bisexual, is that a lot of times too, we are going through a lot of flow with the energies of what we're attracted to. Right now, I'm in a season of where I'm desiring a male partner. Right, the season right before this, I was desiring to be with women, and people can look at that and say and judge me and tell me that maybe I'm not sure, I'm confused, there's something wrong. But it's taken work with God and with the Holy Spirit to really get comfortable in the gift of bisexuality, which is that I'm able to be attracted to masculine and feminine energy, no matter the body that it exists in. Right? Again, with the TikTok thing, right now I'm being exposed to all the different genders has been amazing. And something I'm discovering about myself more recently is that I am actually also attracted to bisexual men, which was not anything I entertained before last year, right? And not entertaining, like specifically not wanting to do that, but it just never crossed my radar. And now the more exposure I've had to more people, I'm learning more about me. And so my bisexuality has been a gift of discovery, where I get to own where I am, give myself the space to be where I am, honor that and love that with integrity, and not be a victim or not wanting to please anybody, right? Whether that be the church or that be the queer community, really standing strong and firm in who I am and allowing myself to flow how I'm flowing, right? If right now I'm attracted to feminine energy in penis owning people, then I'm attracted to people who own penises who have a lot of feminine energy, and that is okay. And the way that people define bisexuality, I think, has also adjusted a little bit. I am in my late 30s, and so when I was growing up, bisexuality meant, which we at the time only had the options of two genders that were really in the public conversation. So it was either male or female, right? And so my identity was formed in my culture during that time. And so now that there are more genders, I right now identify as bi, being attracted to more than one gender. And so even in that fluidity and in that flow, there's so much freedom that happens for me. And one of the things that I love, I can say the most about being bisexual, is when I do have male partners, I love that we can check women out together and not have it be a thing of competition. And it's also been interesting that this is so funny. When I've had male partners and like seeing that I'm actually attracted to different types of women than they are, and then looking at myself and being like, why are you attracted to me? So that's been a fun part of it, and being able to be part of both conversations as a someone who can step into someone who may appear to be straight and have conversations with my girlfriends who are just friends, right, about men that they may be attracted to, about those types of relationships, because I've experienced those. And then to be able to have conversations with men about women that they're attracted to, because I'm attracted to women as well. And so I think the gift of bisexuality has been painted as communicated as maybe not so much of a blessing, like maybe it's a curse, right? And so it's really much more nuanced than we really give room to talk about. But also, I think from a spiritual perspective, our ability to be attracted to more than one gender and really be attracted to the energy of a person and not be limited by that gender is a very clear representation of God to me, and the image of God for me and my bisexuality. Kate was talking about earlier in the song how the them pronoun really like spoke to her, because God doesn't have a gender. And I was listening to someone talk the other day, and they asked the question about what if God was water, right? And what that meant for them was that God, regardless of the container, right, would fit that container. And so me being attracted to more than one gender is really, for me, being attracted to the God that is in you, right? That power, that beauty. And of course, I mean, obvious, well, maybe not so obvious, but physical attraction matters, and we all have different preferences, right? And so for me, the spiritual gift of being bisexual is me being able to see the image of God in someone and be attracted both sexually and romantically to that person without really being focused on the container of that energy. And so if you are someone who's bisexual and you've been kind of struggling with, well, I need to pick, what type and who, and you don't need to do any of that. Okay, give yourself the room to be who you are, how you are in the moment, and give yourself the freedom to flow how that may look. Because for me, my expression and relationship with my sexuality has changed the older that I've gotten, mainly because of the more exposure that I've had. And so you may be saying right now, well, I know my preference is just for men and just for women and all of that, and that's okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But as bisexual people, I think we get a chance to really allow more freedom in our sexuality, because again, you were made to feel good, right? And so the more freedom you can have in the expression of your sexuality, regardless of what either camp may be saying, because we know we get hate from both sides, okay? But we do get love from both sides, and sometimes the love can be a little strange, okay? Because we can have straight couples who are looking to do the whole polyamorous thing, and they're looking for the unicorn of the queer community, which happens to be bisexual people. And so you deal with that how you want to deal with that. I know I have, I wouldn't say it's a trap, but I know I've fallen into those spaces and explored that as well and been very clear. That has also helped me clarify where I am in romantic and sexual relationships. But it's been a beautiful thing and a gift and thing that I love about being bisexual and being, I like to say, queer now, is just my ability and my my freedom to flow in where I am and in my attractions, and allowing that to become more of who I am. My belief in life and our journey with God is that all we're doing is learning about who we are and becoming who we are. We're not becoming anything new. We are just in the process of becoming who we really are. And that is a beautiful, beautiful journey. So thank you all. I'm not sure if I spoke too long. I wasn't really watching the time, y'all. Help me out here, Kate and Kobe, if there's anything else left for me to share.
You are perfect. We were
Okay.
back here just clapping and cheering and saying how much we love you.
What
Thank
a
you.
gift you are.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That was awesome.
Thanks for sharing the gifts, and also always, every time Yeamah speaks into something, it expands what I even thought was possible in that. And so thank you.
And the way
Thank
the way that she models what it looks like to like live shame free. Like this is one of the big like the energies that I get from Yeamah
Yep.
is that I'm like, oh, I'm chasing after that. I want more of that. So
Yep.
thanks for even
Aw.
modeling that for
Yep.
us.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
Also,
I don't know if that resonated for you, Kate. I know
Every
you came
word.
out-
Every
Okay.
word. Every word. Yes.
Every
Right?
word,
You were
every
just
word.
sitting there like, yeah, it's my wife. Yeah. Uh-huh. Every word.
Yeah.
That's
Every
awesome.
freaking
Okay.
word. Yes. Especially the going from like, yes, bisexual, but like queer, and being like, that's the word that works, and talking about the flow. Like, yes. Yes.
Awesome.
That.
Awesome.
Love you.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding us
Okay.
yet again that we were made to
Yay.
feel good. Love you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
so
friend.
much. Do you want to go ahead and hang up now?
Yeah.
Is that how that's gonna? Okay, perfect.
Not sure what's gonna. It just goes to black screen.
Oh,
Okay, so
that was weird.
we'll go here.
Everything's weird today. Do you want a communion element?
No, because I'm gonna sing.
He's gonna sing so he passes. If you do communion at Sojo, you know that it is just whatever you got. Today I got a fruit bar, a that's it bar, and some coffee. And whatever you have, oops, got it on the trackpad, that's fun. Whatever you have, we take communion together every week just to remember that, like, these elements, they can't be taken from us. They can't take that from us. They cannot take that from us. We get to receive the gifts of grace every week, and we get to celebrate who we are. We were made to feel good. So whatever you have, we love to see in your comments. We've already got Oreo and water and chocolate chips and coffee. Whatever you have, please share that with us and receive, and just, again, bring to full awareness the power that you have, that you were made to feel good, that you are love and you are loved. We'll sing one more song together as we enjoy our elements.
Oh, gather up the brokenness and bring it to me now. The fragrance of those promises you never dared to vow. The splinters that you carry, the cross you left behind. Come healing of the body, come healing of the mind, and let the heavens hear it, the penitential hymn. Come healing of the spirit, come healing of the limb. Behold the gates of mercy in arbitrary space, and none of us deserving of the cruelty or the grace. Oh, solitude of longing, where love has been confined. Come healing of the body, come healing of the mind. Oh, see the darkness yielding that tore the light apart. Come healing of the reason, come healing of the heart. Oh, troubled dust concealing an undivided love, the heart beneath is teaching to the broken heart above. Oh, let the heavens falter and let the earth proclaim. Come healing of the altar, come healing of the name. Oh, longing of the branches to lift the little bud, the longing of the arteries to purify the blood. Oh, let the heavens hear it, the penitential hymn. Come healing of the spirit, come healing of the limb. Oh, let the heavens hear it, the penitential hymn. Come healing of the spirit, come healing of the limb.
So glad that we got to be together this morning. Y'all are the best. Here's to you.
All right.
Oh, you can see my god-awful bruise on camera. That's...
Oh, honey. Some people said seeing awful things is the worst.
Oh, shoot. Sorry. Again, I apologize
No,
for
you
who I
don't.
am inside.
No apologies necessary.
I know. I'm just being a
Or
dork. When I
meant.
say that, I don't really mean it, you guys. It's just funny.
Thanks, Audrey. Great to have you with us this morning or evening or wherever you're at in the World Wide Web.
Y'all are the best. Although, also the best. Like, I want that for communion every week.
Same.
What?
Okay, we have two very important house notes.
Yes, we do. Oh my
Very
God. One
important
of them
house
we
notes.
slept on and we're so sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Don't know what our problem is. You know what our problem is? Freaking COVID. That's our problem.
Yeah.
It just got us off our groove.
So let's just get straight to that. I'm just going to drop this little graphic that I made yesterday. Or maybe I deleted it when I was trying to... No, I think this is
The
it.
story is
Boom.
skateboarding. Ben.
Ah!
The story is that I skateboard now. That's the story.
Okay, this is big house note, people. So San Diego Pride is back. The parade is back on this year, and we are resuming our contingent marching. So come march with us. Come walk
You
with
want to know?
us.
Can I tell them the cool thing about us sleeping on this?
Yes.
Is that fine?
Yes, you can.
The really great thing about us sleeping on this is that, so we march in the Pride Parade every year, and then COVID happened and it threw everything off, and we missed somehow this year's sign up for it. You have to re-sign up every year to march, and we missed it. So we were way past the cutoff date, and suddenly we were like, wait, what about Pride Parade? Oh crap. So Colby just reached out to them and we're like, we march with you every year, and they were like, oh, we love you. Come on in.
Oh, Sojourn Grace, yes, we want you.
Yeah, and they just let us hop in past the cutoff date and
Didn't even charge us the late fee.
Didn't even charge
Or
us the
nothing.
late fee. Isn't that great?
So-
That's how loved we are in the Pride Parade. So anyway, I'm so excited to be back out there marching. Me too, Jazz! It's going to feel so good this year. Like, it's going to be
Yes.
extra. It's going to be
Yeah.
extra. Don't you think? Oh, so much to... Yes. Anyway.
Some of the questions you might have are things like, are we going to have group shirts? I don't know. Because of the aforementioned sleeping on this, it might just be...
Do I finally get my dream come true? Do we get to dress however we
Just
want
dress however
and
you
not
want.
match?
Yes.
Freedom!
To honor Kate's dream. She's been
Freedom!
waiting 39
Freedom!
years for this dream to come true.
Again, I'm so
just
sorry.
and then but we need you. We don't need you. We
I know,
we ask
Abby.
that you please register So you can go to our Facebook and or you can
Someone did that. Yay, Shauna!
go to our
Yay!
if you get our newsletter.
Yay.
I sent a newsletter out Friday with the link to register.
Yeah.
But register
Yeah, Cameron.
with us so that we know that you're
All about the
coming and know
matching
the
in
numbers
that
to
way.
expect. And then also we can communicate information to you because as we get closer to it, it'll be like, all right, here's where we're meeting at the in the lineup area, at the staging area they call it, and what time to be there. I never turned my reverb back on, so I did the whole last song just dry vocals.
I prefer dry
fine.
vocals.
What? What?
I'm sorry.
So that's a very
About who I am
so,
inside.
so that's Saturday, July 16th. Come march with us. It's really a great
Yes,
time.
exactly, Jazz. And I always feel a little held back by wearing a church T-shirt. I'm sorry.
Our church T-shirts have been cool though.
They are both and.
Says the
just-
insecure guy who designs them.
Dry vocals for you.
I don't know. Reverb. Wet those folks.
Oh, I'm
Ben Grace, are
having
you
so
with me
much
still?
fun.
Be on my side.
I'm having so
Better
much
than wet
fun.
vocals.
I'm having so much fun. Okay, what's our next important house note? How are we putting that up?
We're not. We're just saying we don't have anything for it. Just people, like, please don't forget that next Sunday begins a whole new era. Era. No rehearsals
There
necessary
is
for that
something
gift.
so wrong with us. Okay.
I like you. Because I knew I was going to do that. I had no idea you were going to do that. That was really fun. So next Sunday, thank you, Ben.
Ben is here for you.
Next Sunday is July 3rd, and we're beginning to have in-person services again, okay? So, yes, Susan's going to be there with baked goods. So 5
Would you tell me to
p.m.
do this? Wide sweeping?
Didn't tell you to do that. Don't know what that was, but just one hand will do. See, just sweep.
I don't know how to be composed like you.
And he goes, I'm composed. Come on, next Sunday it begins a whole new season. So come if you can, if you're in the area.
Next level. Welcome to church.
I love our community, and I can't wait to see you in person. I can't wait to hug you if you're huggable.
If you're huggable.
It's 5 p.m. It's going to be a whole new time, and I'm excited because I don't really know who our church is outside of the people that show up to like the Virtue community. I'm excited to be like, who's a part of the Sojourn community? Yeah, it could just be 10 of us, and I can't wait to like be in a space with 10 of you singing songs and doing
Never
prayers
is,
and taking
Shauna.
communion together.
It never is.
Or it could be 100 of you. I have no idea. So, St. Luke's Episcopal Church in North Park. We're going to try to do that thing where we start, like, actually when we say we start. So, would encourage you to plan accordingly because once 5 p.m. comes, like, we're going to jump into it with whomever is there.
Very much so, Abby. Very
Anyway,
much so.
and as we get going in that, we'll need certain things like certain volunteer help and people to kind of just, I don't know, create a new space. But for now, we're just going to sort of low-key ease into
Low-key.
it, and it's gonna be fun. Okay, that's the end of my garage notes.
Worst brother.
Jazz. 10 people is honestly the perfect party size. So boom, win-win. Boom, win-win. If 10 show
I
up.
agree. 10 people is my jam.
Okay.
Although I also like 150 people and thousands of people.
What number don't you like?
I like them all.
Okay.
As discussed, fluid, queer. All right. We good?
Yeah. The only other house note is what we say every week, which is if you would like to support the mission of this church, which hopefully you have began to see how vital this ministry is for so many people. I know we're laughing, but like seriously,
Sorry.
The last 3 weeks, like to be able to bring in Ashton Colby, Gifts of Being Transgender, Brandon Robertson, Gifts of Being Gay, and then today Coach Yeamah, Gifts of Being Bisexual. Like this is to be able to just do this amazing things takes resources and it takes your generosity. So if you can support us on an ongoing or occasional gift, you can go to sojourngrace.com/donate, or you can Venmo
Facts.
at Sojourn Grace.
Facts.
Everything is
The
favorite.
things that I put
Okay.
on the screen.
Thanks, Abby. It's so good to have you and your
Love you
energy
all.
and your loveliness in our live stream.
It's 107 degrees in here.
Yeah, we're gonna get out
which
of our
is part
garage.
why-
I don't know. I'm gonna hit this button that says closing video, but on this computer, I don't know if it's gonna work. So let's
you
just go like
might
this.
Continue to get a show.
See ya.